The image, seared into the collective memory of London, is as visceral as it is unsettling. On a sunny morning, the iconic Putney Bridge hummed with the familiar rhythm of city life. Commuters hurried, cyclists weaved, and the Thames River, reflecting the sky, offered a deceptive tranquility. Putney Bridge itself, a grand Victorian structure of red brick and stone, arches gracefully over the shimmering water, a steadfast artery connecting the bustling north bank with the leafy south. Its pedestrian walkways are usually a vibrant tapestry of Londoners going about their day, office workers with briefcases, students with backpacks, families out for a stroll, and the ever-present legion of runners and cyclists. This particular morning, however, was meant to be like any other, a mundane continuation of daily routines under a benevolent sky. Then, in a flash of violence, all that serenity shattered. A woman, walking along the bridge, was inexplicably shoved into the path of a double-decker bus. The bus, a quintessential red behemoth of public transport, was making its usual descent towards the south side, its engine a low rumble, its driver, like countless others before and since, navigating the familiar route. The shove was brutal, a sudden, violent expulsion from safety into immediate peril. The bus lurched, its driver reacting instantly, a primal instinct kicking in to avoid a catastrophic impact. He swerved just enough to miss her, its massive wheels inches from crushing her, the screech of tires a momentary shriek against the usual urban symphony. And the jogger, the man who had just committed a crime of unimaginable cruelty, simply continued jogging. His pace, his posture, his determined stride all remained unervingly consistent, as if the violent act he had just perpetrated was merely a minor obstacle in his morning exercise regime. That single act of cold indifference, captured on CCTV and instantly broadcast across the globe, has haunted the public for years. For years and counting. The man who pushed her remains unidentified. The case remains cold. This is the story of the Putney Bridge jogger, a terrifying enigma that continues to baffle investigators and ignite the dark side of the human psyche. Adding a layer of complexity to this already perplexing case is the fact that the father of missing Alison Dalton has been arrested for the 1998 murder of Silena, the mother of a baby. This revelation, entirely unrelated to the Putney Bridge incident on the surface, adds a disturbing new dimension to the narrative. It suggests a potential pattern of violence, a history of unresolved trauma, and a haunting question. Are these two events connected in some way? The link, in itself, is incredibly difficult to ascertain, a fragile thread in a tangled web of unanswered questions. The fact that the father of a missing woman had been linked to such an act would be unsettling under any circumstances, but when considered alongside the unsolved, seemingly motiveless violence on Putney Bridge, it casts a long, disquieting shadow. It seems possible that the father is hiding secrets that even the police have not uncovered, layers of darkness that have remained buried for decades. The father's connection to Alison Dalton, whose mother had died many years prior, brings an entirely new aspect of the case to the forefront, a grim reminder that personal tragedies can often be intertwined with wider societal anxieties about safety and justice. The father's arrest for the murder of Silena forces us to confront a disturbing truth. Violence, like a shadow, can linger across generations, its tendrils reaching into lives with devastating consequences. Could this be the case here? Was Silena's murder a carefully concealed secret, a hidden act of brutality that has resurfaced with chilling implications? And if so, does her death hold the key to finding the identity of the Putney Bridge jogger? The possibility, however remote, forces us to reevaluate everything we thought we knew about this unsolved case. Detectives working on both the Putney Bridge incident and the Silena case may now have to consider that there may be a connection to the jogger's identity, a shared perpetrator or a shared motive lurking in the background. The pressure mounts, and the public demands answers, their frustration growing with each passing year of unanswered questions. The juxtaposition of these two grim events, a random act of violence on a busy bridge and a murder with a potential familial connection, creates a chilling mosaic of fear and uncertainty. The impact of the Putney Bridge incident extends far beyond the physical injuries sustained by the victim, who, by a miracle of swift action and sheer luck, survived the ordeal. The psychological toll on her and the community is immense. The act itself, so sudden and so unprovoked, has triggered it. Walking across the bridge, once a mundane part of daily life, a familiar pathway through the urban landscape, has become a source of fear and apprehension for many. The image of the woman being pushed, the casual indifference of the jogger, the near miss with the bus, these elements replay in the minds of those who traverse the bridge, transforming a public space into a potential minefield. The fact that the jogger has never been apprehended, that he continues to exist somewhere in the vastness of London, adds to the emotional weight. It is a constant, gnawing reminder that violence can erupt at any moment, anywhere, and that the perpetrator may still be out there, living among us unpunished, his act of cruelty a dark secret he carries with him. The case of the Putney Bridge jogger also raises troubling questions about the nature of evil. What motivates a person to commit such a heinous act against a complete stranger on a public thoroughfare? Is it a sudden surge of anger, a momentary lapse in judgment that spirals into something far more sinister? Is it a manifestation of mental illness, a disassociation from reality that allows for such callous disregard for human life? Or is it something far more chilling, a profound and terrifying lack of empathy, a void where compassion and human connection should reside? The absence of any apparent motive, any prior connection between the victim and her attacker, makes the crime all the more unsettling. It's a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human heart, and the chilling possibility that some people are capable of acts of extreme cruelty without any apparent justification, without any discernible reason, simply because they can. The very ordinariness of the setting, a sunny morning on a bustling bridge, only amplifies the horror, highlighting how quickly normalcy can be shattered by the unexpected intrusion of malice. In the end, the mystery of the Putney Bridge jogger is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that can exist within the human heart. It is a story of fear, mystery, and the chilling potential for violence in our midst, a narrative that has seeped into the fabric of London's consciousness. The fact that the perpetrator remains at large serves as a constant reminder of the failures of justice, the limitations of even the most advanced investigative techniques when faced with a crime so devoid of clues, and the lingering presence of evil in the world. The case remains unsolved, a scar on the collective conscience of London, and a chilling testament to the enduring power of a single, brutal act of violence. It is a crime that challenges our understanding of human nature, forcing us to grapple with the uncomfortable truth that sometimes evil exists for no reason at all, a capricious force that can strike without warning. As long as the jogger remains free, the shadow of his actions will continue to linger, a stark reminder of the darkness that can lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives, a silent threat in the heart of a vibrant city. The arrest in the Silena case, while seemingly separate, adds a new, unsettling layer to this ongoing saga of unsolved violence, suggesting that the threads of darkness may be more interconnected than we initially dared to imagine, and that some secrets, like the perpetrator of the Putney Bridge push, may remain elusive for years to come.